I'm here to talk about a beautiful story. It's called the Game Reserve series of wines that we produce here in Robertson. And it is all about our biodiversity drive, the initiative that we've had that actually has come from the wine industry itself. But at the same time, it really makes us responsible farmers, which helps to make this operation far more sustainable.
Our main emphasis is on trying to conserve the natural vegetation, because that's where the diversity is. Diversity cannot be calculated so easily by looking at birds and all sorts of things that can fly around and move around. So plant life is really prominent for us. They're stuck, they can't move, and therefore that is very important to keep that diversity. Because if you can keep that diversity, of course, we know that there's a lot of other animals that are dependent on that diversity. So our main concentration is to try and get our biomass back, the vegetation that's been lost over many years, and try and get that back, and try and get our different vegetation types that are sort of sorted all over this piece of land, back to what it used to be many years ago. The area we're sitting in at the moment is roughly about 2,000 hectares. We've got 4 different vegetation types in here. And the most important one for us is the Breede sand fynbos, which is on the far side of the reserve, the far extent. That is a critically endangered vegetation type. There's only 1,600 hectares of it left in the world, and we are conserving about 800 hectares there. And we're doing it on an absolute minimal impact basis, so we don't even have roads going into that area. So we try and keep that vegetation type as pristine as possible. If we do any work there, we walk in and we walk out. We wouldn't have been able to do this if we didn't have the wine industry as part of it. And with our game reserve wines, we said, okay, a certain percentage of our income will come back straight into this conservation effort. So maybe we are messing up a small little section of the farm in producing wines, but we are actually using that income to conserve a massive big piece of natural vegetation.
Not only has this wine got a beautiful story, I think both wines really deliver as beautiful everyday drinking wines. But if you are buying these wines, it's part of your contribution towards Mossie and his team, which then can make sure that we have this area under preservation for future generations.